Hey guys, here's the look I'm doing for you today. This look was inspired by a request that I got to do a Audrina Patridge look. I love Audrina. I think she's looks beautiful, and her makeup is usually pretty neutral. She never does anything too outrageous. So the look basically today is kind of a really light version of a smoky eye, and keeping it more using browns and a little bit of black, and then just a really nude lip and nude cheeks. So yeah, to see how this is done, stay tuned. So I'm starting off with nothing on my skin at all except moisturizer. The first step I'm going to do is I'm going to use my HD primer. This is a primer by Makeup Forever. This is number 0, so it's just a clear primer. I always use primer as a base first because this is going to help do a couple of things. Number one, if you have oily skin, you can use an oil control primer. This is going to help mattify your skin. Or if you have dry skin, you could use just a regular primer, and that's going to make your skin a little bit more moisturized. Plus, the primer just helps the foundation go on your skin more smoothly and makes your makeup last longer. So after primer, the next step I'm going to do is foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using today is the HD foundation by Makeup Forever. This is one of my favorite foundations right now. It gives a nice medium coverage, and at the same time it gives it has a very natural finish. So you'll get the coverage you need, but your skin will still look very natural and won't look like you have makeup on your face, which is what we all want, of course. And I'm just using a foundation brush, and I'm just kind of starting from the center of my face and blending the foundation out. This is just going to help make my skin look even and basically cover any minor imperfections that you might have. And I also like to go on my eyelids just to get rid of the discoloration there. You don't need a lot, just enough to even out your skin tone. And if there's specific areas you want a little bit more coverage, you can just go ahead and add a little bit more. Next up I'm going to do is concealer. So the concealer I'm going to be using is the HD concealer by Makeup Forever. This is just another item in their HD line. The HD line is great because it's all about giving coverage and still at the same time having that really natural finish. So with this concealer, it's cool because it's just a twist up, and you just apply what you need in the area under your eye, and then just with your finger you could just blend it out. So again, this is going to cover the discoloration, any darkness you might have in that area, and it's just going to make your skin and your entire face look brighter. This is a key step if you want to get rid of that look as if you're tired. This is a really good step for that. Using a powder brush, I'm going to go with my pressed powder. This is the Duo Matte Powder by Makeup Forever. This powder is really good because it's a mattifying powder. So if you have combination skin or oily skin, this is really good for that because this is going to help control any oil throughout the day. Plus it's really easy because you could just carry it around in your purse and just use it to touch up throughout the day. So I'm just applying this all over my face just to set all the makeup. So this is going to hold the makeup in place all day. Next up I'm going to do a little bit of contouring on my face. What I'm going to be using to contour is a contouring palette. This is also by Makeup Forever. It has a dark color for contouring and a light color for highlighting, but you don't necessarily need this. You could use a bronzer to contour, or you could use like a brownish tone eyeshadow. Like this I'm sure you could have an eyeshadow that's similar to this. You could also use that to contour. So just use whatever you have. I'm sure you could find something to make it work. And for contouring, all I'm doing is just creating a little bit of definition underneath my cheekbones, just like that. And I'm going to be contouring along my jawline and a little bit around my temple, just to create a little bit of definition on my face. I'm going to fill in my brows. I'm going to be using an eyebrow pencil. This is number 4 by Makeup Forever. There's a lot of ways you could fill in your brows. You could check out I did a video on it a while back. You could use either eyeshadow or a pencil or gel. There's many ways you can fill in your brows, so kind of whatever you're comfortable with. But today I'm just going to go ahead and fill them in with a pencil. And all I'm doing is just creating a really nice sharp arch, and then maybe just lengthening them out a little bit. And then just deepening the color. When you do your eyebrow, it kind of automatically brings your eye up. You can tell the difference between the two, and that's just from filling it in and creating a nice shape. The first color we're going to be doing on my eyes is I'm going to be using a brown pencil. This is Teddy by MAC, and Audrina has more of a brown shade on her lower lash line rather than black. So I'm just going to be taking this pencil, filling in my waterline all the way in, and then just gently rubbing it along my lower lash line, my lower lashes, just to get a little bit of definition there. So along the outer edges, it is slightly bit heavier, thicker I mean. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use just a thinner brush like this, and I'm using the color Espresso by MAC, this color right here, which is just kind of a gray brown, and I'm just going to apply a little bit along just the outer corner just to define that area a little bit more. So going in with my 222 brush by MAC, I'm going into the color Retrospect, which is a nice highlight color, this one right here. I'm going to be using this, my inner corner, and just along underneath my brow for a highlight. Okay, next I'm going to be going in with this color. It's a taupey brown. This is called Kid. It's by MAC. And with my fluffy 224 brush, I'm going to just slightly define my crease to give it a little bit more definition. Next I'm taking this color called Wedge. So right here. It's a light, it's a really nice light beige brown, and I'm just applying this on my lid. I'm not going all the way in, I'm just kind of starting 3/4 of the way in. I'm using my 239 brush to do this, and I'm just kind of patting this on to get a little bit more of a dense color. And then on top of that, I'm going to go back with the gray brown that I used earlier, Espresso. I'm just going to go over that a little bit to give it a little bit more hint of color. Okay, next I'm taking this really dark brown color, this one here. It kind of almost looks black. It's called Brune, and I'm just going to be applying this on the outer corner of my eye just to give it a little bit of definition. And apply whatever you need to get the darkness you want, and then just kind of blend it out with a fluffier brush so it doesn't look too harsh. And then going with my slightly slimmer brush, this is the 16S by Makeup Forever. I'm going to use this with the color Carbon, which is just matte black. And I'm going to use this just to define, let's blend this a little bit. I'm just going to use this to define my lash line before I put liner on. Okay, I'm going to be using my liquid liner. This is the Aqua Black by Makeup Forever, my totally favorite liquid liner. And I'm just going to be using a flat brush like this. And I'm just going to be doing a really, I don't want to make a line too thick. I want it to be more on the thinner side, just to create a little bit of definition along my lash line. I'm not going all the way in. I'm just going to kind of stop about 3/4 of the way in. So Audrina doesn't have a wing on her liner. You can do a wing if you want, but just because she doesn't have one, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to put some mascara on and I'll be right back. Audrina has very little color on her cheeks. You could basically use just a bronzer as a blush to get the color that she has. I'm going to use something really similar to that. This is a really warm, rosy kind of golden tone blush. This is number 24 by Makeup Forever, and I'm just going to apply it on the apples of my cheeks, pretty much just like what Audrina has, and just kind of carry it up a little bit. You could have more of a rosier color if you want, it's up to you, but this is kind of what she has in the picture. On her lips, she kept the color very nude. I'm using the color 1C by Makeup Forever in their Aqua Lip. This color is pretty much the exact color of my natural lip tone, so this is a perfect shade for any nude lip. I'm just going to use it to line my lip. And I'm going to slightly fill in too, just to have a base for my lipstick. So I'm actually not going to use lipstick. I'm just going to go ahead and use some gloss on top of that lip liner. This is the Makeup Forever Glossy Full in number 10. It's pretty much almost a clear shade, and it's again perfect for nude lips because you're going to get that nice glossy look but without color. That's the final look. So this is my version of the Audrina Patridge makeup look, and we kept it pretty close to the picture. We used browns and dark browns on our eyes and a little bit of black, and kept the lips very neutral and the cheeks pretty neutral too. So have fun trying it out and hope you guys like it. Bye!